Alex Ferguson. And no insult to my own father, but he was like a father to me. My dream move, this is all I ever wanted in my life, was to play for Man United.
But do you personally believe in Ruben Amorim if he gets time that he needs, that he will excel?
Yes, I think in the sense that we have a complete rebuild, and he's capable of that. Because he's already proven that.
Go with Becks.
Oh yeah.
With Mr. David Beckham.
There you go.
Oh yes, of course, the best hairstyle. One-on-ones?
I'd go Alisson. I'm crazy about Neuer. I think he's done so much good for goalkeeping, and he's just
we can tell.
took it to a different level. And if you speak to somebody like, for instance, Ruud van Nistelrooy, right? If you ask him who's the best player you ever played with, he won't even hesitate. And I don't think people understand how good a player he really was.
So the next part we call synonyms, because we're going to go through all these same categories. Yeah. And if you could just name one goalkeeper that fits in the category best in the football history for you. Okay, let's go backwards. So first category was footwork and ball distribution.
Yeah.
The best in history of football.
I think Ederson.
Very good. Reflexes and explosiveness.
Neuer.
Oh, nice. Positioning. Just to clarify, you can put yourself.
No, I'm not going to put myself in any of these. I'm not. In football history. That's a lot, you know.
Yeah, I know what we're asking from you, but
I'd go Dinosov.
Oh no. That's why we have you here.
The thing about him, right? The reason
I'm 30, almost 39 years old, so I obviously didn't watch him play, but I know what I think. I can tell that I at least know how good was he.
The thing about him is, when I think about how he kept goal, I can't remember him diving on. I can't. He was always just there, you know. He was fantastic. He was
great.
Yeah.
Shot stopping, like just raw shot stopping.
Christ, that's a lot. There's this. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to sort of go. I'm just coming up with names.
Are you sweating?
I think I'll go. I'm in between Buffon and Casillas, so I'll go both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
I think they are. I mean, this is where they were absolutely outstanding, and I can't honestly. I can't.
It's very good.
Between them,
you can name two of them. Yeah. No problem with that. One-on-ones.
I'd go Alisson. It's Karen. I mean, I have. So obviously, when I watch Liverpool, when I see them come 1-on-1 with him, I know it's not going to be a goal. I know he's that good. They know now because he's built up that reputation. So I think I'll go him. Yeah.
Do you see sometimes? I feel like when you watch players go 1-on-1 with Alisson or all that great players, goalkeepers, it seems like when you watch tennis before, when players played against Federer, especially with Nadal, you saw in them, and a couple of them I remember them saying that you just needed to hit it on the line and on the back of the line to have even a chance to point, get a point against them. Does it seem
it's
like
the same thing?
Yeah,
it's the same thing. And actually, that same thought I used a lot, and I wanted, because I always wanted them to think that they know they're free, they have this opportunity.
But they must be perfect.
But they're up against me. I wanted them to think they're up against me. And I hope there's a lot of goalkeeper thinking like that. You can turn the tables, that you with a situation like that, you actually work it into your advantage. It requires a lot of hard work. So one of the things I did it for many, many years. I worked simply on angles. So I'd have my coach would, with the ball, just take me around the penalty area. So all I had was a line and the penalty spot. That was all I had as my guidance. And he would put a foot on the ball and he would ask me, point here where your posts are, point. Right?
All right.
So it doesn't matter where I was in the box, I would always know where my two goalposts was. And in that, you work the angles, so when you are free with me, you don't see the goal, you see me, you know, and only me. Whereas if you don't do all that hard work, it's boring and it's, you know, it's just really, really boring, tedious work.
But it's fundamental.
It is. It's like a pianist working on scales, you know. You have to know every scale. You got to know all of that, and it's boring as anything. You got to do that. When you do that, it builds a confidence that whenever somebody comes into you to your area and he's 1-on-1 with you, you can then focus on him where the ball is because you already you know exactly where you are. You close the goal down. So that kind of confidence, and when I see Alisson play, I can see that he's done that bit of work, you know. I can see how, first of all, he's quick. He gets to that position really quick. That's a fantastic ability to have. Not a lot of goalkeepers have that.
Yeah, because, I'm sorry, it seems like he's jumping out, but before the shot comes, his feet are on the ground,
Exactly. So it's a big sprint to the position, and then that's because he knows exactly where. So if he's there, I know exactly where to get to and where to be in relation to your goal, for him not to be able to see that. So he picks that perfect position nearly every time, and that is an incredible strength to have.
And I think the opponent goes, okay, I have a good situation, and then all of a sudden, where do I shoot?
Yeah.
He covered everything.
And the thing is, you get the ball, and what we try to do is, they always look at the ball, and when they look up, that moment where they look down and look up again, this is when you have to be in position. So the next time they see, whoa, where did the goal go? You know.
Cool, very good. We've joined. We enjoyed that watching you in your career. Next category was penalties.
When I had the question myself, I was thinking in my head, I'm not Jan Sommer. And that's because I've seen him do a bit where he moves one side, but he actually goes to he lures them in. And I just thought that was really, really good. So basing it on absolutely nothing other than that, I'll go Jan Sommer.
Jan Sommer?
Yeah.
But do you know who is a goalkeeper who saved
The most?
I don't know that, but not more than less than 26 penalties in his career. Could you guess it?
Who scored 26?
26 penalties already
Saved.
He saved against Ronaldo, Keane, Salah. I'm not going to say the fourth one who came up to my mind. Aguero, Lukaku.
Kasper?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say Kasper as well. I didn't know that stat. I'll go Kasper.
20. Yeah. That's
of course. He's very good on penalties.
26.
Oh my God! Against you guys in 18.
That's why I didn't want to say Modric.
He saved 3 penalties and they did win.
Yeah, because you were up against.
It's like Mbappé scoring a hat trick in the World Cup final, not winning it. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Kasper, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
In general, but in penalties, like. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Of course, yeah.
Crosses and aerial balls, best in history.
I would go Courtois.
Oh.
Courtois is the only one who really, in modern day football, is dominating his box. And it enables Real Madrid to play like Real Madrid. So, to play like Real Madrid, you have to take chances. That means you've got to have people further up the pitch. So, yeah, I'll go Courtois.
Okay, very nice. Game anticipation.
Neuer, I go Neuer.
Oh, okay.
Neuer, yeah. I think in 2012, when in the Euros, when they did obviously lose, but when they were behind, I think it was Italy they played against. We saw something completely new.
In Euro 2020,
no, 12 in
12
in Poland. Ukraine.
Yeah.
We saw all of a sudden we saw a goalkeeper who was driving his team so far forward, and then obviously the ball came back and he was heading it. It was, I mean, I think he's
like a third centre back.
Yes.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
I think he invented a new
Yeah.
position. There's no name for it yet.
Yeah. Where did you? Agility and coordination.
That's a weird one.
Yeah. I'm not a goalkeeper. I never was, so I try to do my best.
Yeah. Agility and coordination. How do you say the best one? I don't know. Literally, I come up completely empty on that. Again, somebody like Jan Sommer, who is, I think he's about 183-4 centimeters. So in a stereotype way of looking at it, a smallish goalkeeper.
That's why.
But he's so quick on his feet, and
I first thought of Fabian Barthez maybe, because
he was also yeah. But I think
also.
Jan Sommer is it's different, right? I just think he's different. I think, and the season that he's had, so he's obviously with Switzerland he's played at a higher level, but with Mönchengladbach it's never really been. Then he gets to Bayern for 6 months, and then he goes to Inter, and then we've actually seen him at the highest level performing, and he's been very, very good. But you know, this is in history. What do I know? I'll just go Jan Sommer.
All right. Communication with the defense. Maybe some opponent that you heard it loud and good instructions as you were. I don't know.
It's interesting because when you do my job, and I was one of the very few lucky people to be able to travel during lockdown. So you get to go to games in empty stadiums
without fans,
with top players, and you can actually hear that communication. Certain players stands out in terms of how they communicate.
Can you share with us?
It's and
who do you recall?
I recall Mike Magnan, one of them, where I'm thinking, whoa, you know, I didn't hear that, I didn't think that. But there are certain players where you, and not necessarily goalkeepers, where you go, whoa. One of the great experiences I had with that was to understand Thomas Müller, how important he is. So Thomas Müller has his reputation of always being in a position, free position. You know, he always finds that. And it's brilliant because obviously he's then helping his team, drawing up players, creating spaces for others and stuff like that. So that's what you see. But when you hear how he's talking all the time, and it's good talk, he helps players move that, go that, I'm here, do all the time, even when he sprints. Seriously, and obviously the first time I came across this was when they won in what is that, 2020 in Portugal? Was it 2020?
Yeah.
So when they ended up in Lisbon with the two stadiums playing the remaining games, and they beat PSG 1-0 in the final. So obviously watching all the games they had left, I was really thrown back at having that ability to be, first of all, running like you do, finding the space, looking after your own game at the same time as helping everybody else, talking all the time. So he's one of the best communicators I've ever come across.
Just keep going, please. It's amazing to be with you and hear all of your experience. So we have last two categories that we need to go through to find who are, on your opinion, best in history: confidence and mental resilience.
Neuer's got to go for confidence. I mean, Neuer.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm crazy about Neuer. I think he's done so much good for goalkeeping, and he's just
we can tell.
Took it to a different level. You know, he's the first. I mean, most goalkeepers today can pass the ball. This isn't a requirement. They get the ball, they pass it on. But he's doing tricks, not tricks, but he's, you know, as one way he takes it up with his right foot and just on his left foot puts it over the guy coming chasing in, pressing, and he puts it out to Kimmich. You know. Yeah. You think, whoa.
And for such a tall guy, it's impressive. Yeah. And leadership at the end.
Leadership. So there's a lot of really, really strong leaders. I mean, I already mentioned Dino Zoff. Dino Zoff was a captain as well. Neuer is a captain. how do you define leadership in a goalkeeping capacity, you know? But I think I have to go Neuer again. You know, him or even Edwin van der Sar also really good leader.
Nice.
A very different style to a lot of other guys. But leading is also playing by example. And I mean, Edwin, the level he played at, fantastic. So I go 2 on that.
Very nice.
Both of them, yeah.
Let's move on to the next part of the interview, all right? So this part of the interview we call Take a Guess. So it's a quiz that we prepare for you and for all of the other our guests. We are looking for 3 final answers. For each and every one of them, you'll get 3 clues. First one is the toughest one. You shouldn't be guessing right away, but you might. And the third one is the easiest one.
So it makes it easier, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right. So it could be your teammate, your opponent, your coach. Could be a tournament also as a final answer. So be prepared for everything, all right? And for this, we also use our tablet. So this is the clue number 1.
So, okay, all right.
Yeah. So your highest Sofascore rating ever was 8.6.
All right.
And in that game, that is connected to the final answer, you had like 7 saves, 4 within the box. Just based on this, could you guess it?
Newcastle.
Oh no! All right.
No?
No.
Oh, is that the Europa League, the European Championship final?
Oof, you're close.
1992?
Yeah, you got it. It's actually the final answer is European Championship 92.
92, yeah.
Yeah, let's move on to see the clue number 2 and the clue number 3. This is the 4 penalties that you saved in your career, among others, but you saved against Deco.
I know. I mean, this is too easy.
Yeah, and then you saved against
I saved against Deco.
Yeah, in Sporting Lisbon.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Who are the other? You saved against
Can't remember that.
Dennis Bergkamp.
And
in
then
the
of
FA
course,
Cup semi-final.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Müller against Frankfurt in 1990.
Yeah, and then in the
Marco
European
van Basten.
Championship, Marco van Basten, who was voted that for the 3rd time Ballon d'Or in the 92.
Yeah.
When you think about that, how great
No,
it feels,
I think, I tell you what, it is, again, at the time, not thinking about who it was. What I found out, this is only a couple of months ago, what I found out which makes it so good to think about is that in Marco's book, he talks about this penalty. And he normally, when he took penalties, he was really good at, he looked at the goalkeeper and waited. And then he thinks it's up against me. So he didn't. And this is exactly what I was trying to achieve. You know, first of all, in penalty shootouts, was trying to make it as random as possible for, so, I didn't know who was taking, I didn't know, for me. So I already had made a decision. This is what I am going to do.
You went there.
So yeah, it could have been that. It doesn't really matter. But for me, it would put me in control. I would think that I was in control and not these guys. These guys have all the advantages.
Even though he's a Ballon d'Or
yeah,
winner.
but see, this is the point. I didn't want to think about him as that. I just wanted to think about him as number 2 penalty taker. Now, he puts in his book that he changed his way because of me. That makes me incredibly proud. It does, because that's exactly what I tried to achieve. You know? So that was fantastic for me to read that.
Yeah, but how special was that coming into the European Championship? Because you can see the 3rd clue is the easiest one. It's just the exchange because Yugoslavia was qualified, but then because all the circumstance, Denmark went in, and then you ended up winning the. How crazy is that?
This is something that I've been talking about it for forever, really, and it never gets easier to talk about because it was really sad. It was, the reason we didn't qualify directly was because of things that happened with the federation and the team and all that in the first 2 games of qualification. And one of them was unfortunately against Yugoslavia in Copenhagen. We had so much unrest within the whole system. and the pressure we were on were incredible because it was all about the coaches left, and then they wanted to bring somebody else in, and they did somebody else, and then the obvious guy was Richard Müller-Nielsen, but they tried to avoid it, so they eventually had to give it to him, and the media was so on our back. It was just really, really, really bad time. So we drew against Northern Ireland and lost to Yugoslavia. But from that, then everything changed, and then we won all the other games. We went to Belgrade and we beat Yugoslavia there, and we kind of felt that we were a little bit unlucky because of that beginning of. So we kind of felt capable enough to be going to the Euros if we had qualified, but when we came back from our season, so before all of this happened, all of us who came from abroad, all of us didn't really want to. We had a game against Russia. We didn't really want to go into camp, and we had this one game, and we had 10 days before we were playing it, and it was, and we were all. I completely switched off. My brain. We just lost the championship in England, and I was like, I don't want to know about football. I just want to go on my holidays, recharge my batteries, and come back strong for the next season. So the rumblings. So what we did was we came in every day to Brum before a training session, then went home. So we weren't even in camp. But the rumblings, the rumors started kind of surface that the international community was taking a stand against Yugoslavia and actually we're gonna eliminate them from everything, including sports. And we were like, kind of like, we hope it doesn't happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course. Why? I mean, why would we want that for the team and for the country? And it was difficult enough here in Yugoslavia. Why would we want that? And also, when we played England in the first game, which was on a Thursday, the last game in the Danish league was on the Sunday. So even in preparation, I mean, how do you prepare for that? You can't. So we were like, and then it happened. And it was still like, it's not. And then, of course, with Richard Müller-Nielsen, the coach, who in everything he's done in his life is prepared for every eventuality. He had prepared a little bit, but he also said to us right from the beginning, this is not about you. This is about people in Yugoslavia as well. So you have to go over and not embarrass yourself and do the best that you possibly can. And so we went into camp straight away, and we prepared as best as we could, played England, drew 0-0, understood that we were not that far behind, and we're thinking, okay, and then we lost to Sweden. Had to beat France to get into the semi-final, and then of course you beat France. All of a sudden it's a new adventure. But it was tough because we were in a Swedish town called Ystad. So what we did was we literally took over Yugoslavia's hotel, and the team had already been there, so they traveled home, and of course, it's your fellow colleagues, and you don't wish that for anyone. So it was kind of really, really tough. It was a difficult situation because at the same time as, it's a European championship, and you have to enjoy it. How often does that come around in your career? At the same time, the circumstances were not great. So, and I'm so happy that we went all the way and won it, because it kind of felt like we've done it for Yugoslavia as well. We kind of felt they were with us all the time. We never stopped talking about it, and I always talk about it afterward as well. So we kind of won it for both of us, but it wasn't an easy thing. It wasn't. So, but yeah.
But comparing to all the great achievements that you had on a club level, can you compare this one with the national team, or is this completely different?
Completely different.
Pears and apples, and that's it. Okay.
This is with as a capable player. If you're really, really good, you will always get picked for bigger clubs, and then the expectations are that you do win trophies. With the national team, you obviously you have the players that you have, who's got the passports. That's it. Now you can be with a small country like ours and yours. You can be lucky to be in a period where there are a lot of good players, but you can also be quite unlucky to be a really good player in a period where you don't have that many good players. So it's a little bit of a lottery there. So to achieve something like that for our country, it's something that it lives on. It's never forgotten. We are dominant in handball, for instance. We are the 3 times consecutive world champions, Olympic champions, Europeans. I mean, we win everything. We play. It's a massive, but it's every year. There's either European Championship or World Cup every year.
Yeah, in football is not the case.
And in football it's not. And most people love football. So it's a national sport. It's an unbelievable thing to have taken part in. But on top of all the joy, I still have, and most of us still have the whole background for why we were there with us. And we never forget that.
Okay, let's move on to the next part of the quiz. This is the first clue for the next final answer we're looking for. So it says here that this man scored 175 goals in his career, 4 on the international level. Just based on this.
All right, so this is I've got a guess, a player who's played 317 games for his club and scored in nearly half of them, actually more than half. But he's only played 4 international games and scored 4 goals.
It's not easy. It's clue number 1.
Yeah. Let me just have a think. No, that is not easy, by the way. But see, this is an incredible stat, by the way. Because it's more than half the games he's scored in for his club, which is very unusual. But he's only played 4 international games. I'm blank. I have no idea.
I gotta tell, me as a host, I'm such a, blessed to speak with these kind of players like you are. You are all natural winners. No matter what the clue number 1 is, all of you want to guess it right away. Nobody goes, I don't know, let's see. No, every one of you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Competition,
So, yeah.
It's in our DNA.
That's why you probably succeeded besides your quality.
But it bugs me because the stats are so unusual.
Oh, yeah.
They really are unusual.
But you got to go.
I'm blank. I'm going to go to clue number 2.
But the next clue is easy because this man, when he was asked if Peter Schmeichel was the greatest goalkeeper, he said, oh yes, no question about that. I always thought he was best when you're a goal down in the second half, which meant you can take risks because you knew that the big man is on his toes at the back. Who is he? Oh, really? Who said that about you?
Do you know? I'm thinking here. This could be Alex Ferguson.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
He must be in quiz for you.
But now the stats here make sense.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
So he played. Yeah. He played for Rangers and St Mirren.
Yeah.
But he only played 4 times for Scotland.
Yeah. All right.
Christ! I should have got that number 1.
Okay. I mean, we can see the
third one.
The third one, but this is just showing you that you, as a captain, lifted the Champions League trophy, winning with Sir Alex Ferguson. So, can you describe us a little bit and our audience, him as a person and your relationship with him? Because
what?
You had everything, right?
Yeah. No. He's no insult to my own father, but he was like a father to me. He was. It's interesting because he got to know about me in a certain way, and then we ended up in his most difficult time. He had a game in the FA Cup against Hereford United. This is 1990, and because this game was so important, and it was obviously FA Cup games are played in the cold period in England. He took the team away for a couple of days of warm weather training. He took them to Marbella, and I was with Brøndby then. We were in a pre-season training camp in the same hotel, so he'd already heard about me. And he stayed. This is the story he tells. He said he stayed after. They had priority on the pitch. It was one pitch, so they trained, and then we would train after. And he said I stayed after. I hid behind a bush, which is probably just, putting a little bit of drama into it. And he was watching this big tall Dane shouting and diving about and not conceding any goals, and So I knew, I didn't know, but I know that he scouted me, and he sent his goalkeeping coach, Alan Hodgkinson, over for, I think, 13 times to watch, unbeknownst to me. I didn't know that. And after the first time, he said, "You got to sign this kid." And those were the words, "You got to sign this kid." And what he said, he was shocked when he realized that how old I was. And he go, "Where has he been?" So he wanted to sign me. And at the time, the club, Brøndby, didn't want me to leave. Didn't. We had a new coach, Morten Olsen, didn't want me to leave. I was part of his plans. And
good results in Europe.
So, yeah, well, we achieved that after, in that year that I had to stay. But the point of this story is that it fell through. My dream move, this is all I ever wanted in my life, was to play for Man United. That was the only thing I wanted. My dream move disappeared. I was so angry. I was so bitter. And I decided that I was just going to throw everything into just becoming the best. And so that come next summer, they couldn't keep me. That would be that much interest. That was just my idea there. But very quickly after that, so we started the season, and I get a phone call from my agent's assistant, who lived near Brøndby, and said, "Come to my house after training," which wasn't unusual. So I came to his house after this training session, and Alex Ferguson was there. So it's literally flown in that morning, gone to the house, and he said, I'm as disappointed as you are, but I know I've seen what I want, so I'm going to come back after you next summer. So make sure you progress, you play well, make sure you're the best, and I see you next summer. Shook my hand and left. I'm like this, So that's the first time I met him. And straight away, for me, that was connection. So I had his words at the back of my head every day, throughout the whole season. Every time with Morten Olsen, we trained some really crazy stuff. It was so hard. And every time it got really, really hard, at the point where you cannot do anything, I'm thinking, if I quit now, I will never get that. I'll never get that move. And that's the only thing I wanted to have in my life. So, and as soon as I got to Man United, this man, he was so perfect for me. So perfect. Yeah, there was a rough edge to him. There was a hard edge to him as well, a hard side. But for me, it was perfect. The relentless demanding of the highest standard was perfect for me. And I had my time there, and it's kind of like we're friends now. We text, we've phone. I spend. We were in the same hotel for the Europa League final. We spent like 4 hours after the game, just sat talking, and he phones me up for this. It's just, this guy he's just, for me, the most perfect guy I could ever meet in football, and that relationship it's carrying on. It is. So fantastic manager. Great stats, by the way.
But can you share us a little bit, how does he go through all this situation with Manchester United?
Now?
Yeah.
He's
heartbroken, right?
I wouldn't speak on his behalf. I have, my personal feeling around that is, it's a feeling of sadness, that he's sitting there watching the club literally just goes from one bad thing to the next. Everything that he built up. He came in at a period where it was more stable than it was in the mid-70s, where there was relegations. But it's kind of that mid-70s period reminds me a little bit about what happens now. No, I don't think we're in risk of being relegated, but it's just when it's so bad and there's no real solution there. And then, of course, he comes in 1986 and straight away realizes where all the issues are and needs to deal with that. and it's a lot of issues that takes time. So a similar situation that Ruben is in now, where he knows there's a lot of players that needs to leave the club until they can get a lot better. But you can't let 10 players go and bring 10 players in. That would never work. So there's a period.
It takes time.
Where you have, exactly.
Yeah.
And then,
but do you personally believe in Ruben Amorim to, if he gets time that he needs, that he will excel?
Yes, I think. I mean, the one thing I see why I'm okay with that situation is his ability to communicate. Now, sometimes maybe he's a little bit too honest. Sometimes, but I played in Portugal, and it's kind of a requirement that you are like that, because if you're not trying to explain situations, then you get criticized really, really bad, and it's a different kind of pressure you don't want. So the easy thing is just to explain your motives and what you want to do. He might learn over the next couple of years to tone it down a little bit, and it'll help him. But I like his communication, his leadership. I like that, and I feel in good hands in the sense that we have a complete rebuild. And he's capable of that, because he's already proven that. He's capable of that, and I would rather have him doing that now, having known how bad it can get, have that experience, than having somebody else coming in and having to start from scratch.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Great. One more final answer we're looking for. So this is the first clue for this part. It says that this player is most frequent opponent that you had in your whole career. You played on the opposite sides of the pitch in 22 games, in which you stopped him and his team in scoring against you in 11 games, but he did manage to put 7 balls behind you.
Behind me?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Who is he? Just based on these facts.
Alan Shearer.
Yeah. Congratulations, Mr. Schmeichel. Yeah. We gotta simply talk about the best scorer ever.
It could only be between two. It could only be between him and Robbie Fowler.
Only. Yeah. Great.
But the clue was the celebration.
Yeah.
No,
right.
I would. Without that, I would have gotten to that anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no need to watch the other clues. But
I see what they are.
Yeah, he was Golden Boot Euros 96, third in the FIFA Player of the Season. Yeah. And the third clue is everything's clear. So. Did you ever had, what I wanted to ask you, of course we're going to talk about Alan because he was amazing, and I think for the younger audience we need to educate them a little bit, you agree with me?
Yeah.
And was he the one, and if he wasn't, who was it, the one opponent that you actually did have like thoughts about?
No, I didn't have those opponents. No, I didn't,
That's why you're so good,
Yeah, I mean, I talked about penalties and not humanizing them. It was the same thing with I didn't want, I mean, when you play at that level, you are going to play against the best players in the world. When you're playing international football, you get to the World Cups and the European Championships, you are going to play against the best player in the world. I mean, at the time it was R9. If you play against Ronaldo that time, you know, what are you going to do? You go, I'm going to play against Ronaldo. Are you going to make yourself scared, or are you going to make yourself an equal? You know? So by not humanizing, not putting a name to them, you kind of make yourself equal. You know, I'm here because I'm good. He's there because he's good.
We're on the same level. A little bit about Alan Shearer. How good was
Alan Shearer was was an amazing player, and if I have one regret when it comes to Alan Shearer is that he refused Man United twice. I think with his ability to score from so many different situations. He wasn't just one thing. He was the tap-in number 9. He was, the header from a corner kick or a cross. He was the volley from sort of outside the outer areas of the box. But he was also the 25, the 30-yard shot kind of goal scorer, which is very, very unusual. Because when you have goal scorers with high numbers, a lot of them are from inside the box. But he was everywhere, really. And I think he would have been, Man United would have suited him. and with him in the team, I think we probably would have been a little bit better in Europe earlier than we became good, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because he was just somebody who couldn't stop scoring. And I know it's a massive cliche to say that goals are changing games, but they are. You know, the more goals you score, the higher the chances that you'll win the game. So it was a bit of a shame. Obviously for him, he went back and became king of Newcastle, where he was from, and it was important to him.
And you understood that?
No.
Never.
I never understood that. I never understood why somebody didn't want to go to Man United in a time where you were winning everything. And with the quality that those players who got that opportunity had, they would win everything. I never understood that, but I understand why he wanted, because Newcastle is a very, very special place. It's, you know, it's the longest distance away from most clubs. It's on the east coast in the north. It's a one city team. Everyone who lives there supports Newcastle, and it's kind of I'm not going to say old fashioned. It's not, but it's kind of how football was
back in the day.
But it's still there in certain places. But it was a local club. It was really important. It was, you know, it's creating dreams for young kids playing in the street and seeing the stadium. I want to play there. I want to be a player in there. And it makes Newcastle special that it's a one-team city. Like Manchester, you've got so many clubs around Manchester. Of course, Man United is the biggest one, but you had so many clubs. When the Premier League started, that was in the Manchester area, so there were different opportunities. The same goes for Liverpool, of course, London as well. Birmingham, the same thing. A lot of football clubs around Birmingham. So not around Newcastle, one team. So I understand that. I understand that from a personal level, and that maybe the boyhood dream that I want to play for Newcastle.
Exactly.
So then it gives meaning. But for what he was as a player, I would have loved to have seen him in a red shirt. I would have loved that. I think he would have been absolutely fantastic for us. And as I say, I think we would have cracked, with him in the team, we would have cracked Europe a little bit earlier than what we did.
Okay. Thank you for this. That's it for this part. So, Mr. Schmeichel, we're here in front of our special board. We call it like that. So, this is what we prepare for you. We have...
Oh my God.
Yeah, some words that you can use to describe person.
All right.
We're also prepared for you, and they are all your ex-teammates.
All right.
So, yeah, first one you're going to introduce us with is...
Gary Neville.
Gary Neville. So you just pick like this.
Yeah, he's not a candy lover, no. He's definitely not the best dressed. Actually, he gets in here.
Yeah. Okay, take it like this.
I think that...
Just put it...
I think they will give that to me. Well, he's definitely this.
Like this.
Yeah.
Like this. So...
He's definitely that. It's also this.
But that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just put it like this, please.
Or he became that as well. Not when I played, but you knew this was gonna.
What else?
He was
Also the loud one. All right.
In the beginning, he was that. But then
in the beginning.
very quickly, he got to this.
Under your influence, maybe.
Under everybody's influence, yeah. No, I think that's about it. I mean, when you look at that, you could put this in, but I'm not doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one. Oh, this is going to be interesting also. Yeah, this one. One of your ex-teammates. This is going to be interesting also.
Yeah, I kind of had an idea this was going to come up.
Okay.
So I did see that one.
Yeah.
But he was always that one also.
Yeah. Maybe this?
Yeah, I think that as well.
Braveheart.
No, I think that's just about it for those words. Yeah, definitely not the Gossip King.
What kind of relationship did you have with
No,
Keane?
I didn't really have too much a relationship with him and certain other players. We obviously were from different parts of the world, and we lived in the area. They lived in different parts, but I think he was somebody who kept very much to himself as well. So not so sociable. He's different now. It's everyone's different now. Footballers. But I mean,
Different, sorry, in a good way or just different?
no, not different. Very much in a good way. But this is, I mean, I have to go back to talk about Alex Ferguson. So Alex Ferguson didn't care about that. He didn't care about players being good friends or, sociable or anything. He cared about the personalities. He cared about the players who would, when it really, really was difficult, would step up and change it. And he was absolutely one of them. He definitely became one of them as well. And so for him, it was important to have those players. So his job was to manage that. So he actually filled the dressing room with this kind of mentality. And not many managers can do that. So, but the result speaks for themselves.
Yeah, of course.
So it worked.
So we have two more your ex-teammates to go. One of them must be from the period when you played in Manchester City, right? All right. And he's Nicolas
That was funny because that's the one thing I'm thinking about when I think about him.
Always late.
Always late. Always also the best dressed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he was always late. I mean, you can argue that we did it in the right way. We would, for home games, we'd meet in the dressing room 90 minutes before kickoff.
Oh, that's...
So...
but that's quite late, right?
Yeah, but that's how it was at times in the older days.
Even in United?
No. We were 3 hours before.
Yeah.
With the where Old Trafford is, it's impossible to come in 90 minutes before because the traffic's just jammed. But this was Man City. Man City, at the time, had just been promoted into the Premier League. So, yeah, I mean, this was one of the things. You can argue that he was signing autographs on the way in and stuff like that, but then it was a little bit annoying to sit there and wait
for him to come.
For him to come, and then when everyone was there, the team talk would happen. So the team talk wasn't a day before, and when you have a certain way of preparing yourself. So I was very strict on I would always leave the dressing room 5 past and be back in at 1/2 to get changed and be ready for the game. So when we are delayed, that kind of pushes it as well. So it's a little bit annoying. I don't, to be honest, I don't really, I mean, he was very, very quiet. I don't see a quiet,
Oh
yeah. He
here it
was
is.
very quiet. And he only really sort of spoke to anyone who spoke French. But it wasn't a lot. There's a few French-speaking people in there. But he wasn't a, I don't think he was very comfortable being there. I don't think so.
But a great player, right?
He was a fantastic player. He came to prominence playing against us when he came to Arsenal. Scored in his debut against us in the Charity Shield. So, yeah, you need to be a great player to do that.
Well, of course. But did you expect it even? I mean, great career, but even expected a little bit more out of him.
Well, the thing is, when you talk about those players who have the great careers, very often they stay in one place and create results for them. But he moved around a little bit, and it's not easy to move around. It's not easy to become a focal point of a new club. It takes a little bit of time to get into, and if it doesn't happen quite quickly, and if you're somebody like him who's been brought in to change the team, then obviously there'll be some criticism and there'll be some public viewing into it. And then it makes it a little bit more difficult to settle in. So unless you come in and like you did with Arsenal, started to score goals straight away, then it's difficult.
Yeah,
so
you're in problem.
And that's kind of where he is. But I mean, he's had a really good career. Yeah.
Since you were very good with guessing what I prepared for you, can you guess who's the last one?
That's myself.
No, we're going to talk about you. Whatever is left, you're going to...
Whatever's left.
Yeah, but it's another one of your ex-teammates.
Yeah. I'll play with him.
I got to go with Bex.
Oh yeah.
With Mr. David Beckham.
There you go.
Oh yes. Of course, the best hairstyle.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Expect that also.
Yeah.
But he was good, actually. Yeah, right.
And it's funny, I'm going to bring this in, which is weird. I'm going to bring this in with
Nice.
But this word here, a leader is not necessarily somebody who stands up in front of people and talks and says, we do this, we do that. A leader is also somebody who is showing on the pitch what to do or delivering what you kind of need. So
Leading by acting.
So when we talk about, it goes free kicks here, for instance, but when we go to set pieces, with him, any set piece was like, not a penalty, but it was a really good opportunity to score goals because it was so precise. And even though the opposition knew exactly how it was going to come, it was so difficult, of such high quality, that it was difficult to defend against. And of course, when you are attacking with that kind of thing, it is easier for a crosser comes in, they know where it's going to go, so you make your runs. And if you speak to somebody like, for instance, Ruud van Nistelrooy, right? If you ask him, who's the best player you ever played with, he won't even hesitate. If you ask Andy Cole or Dwight Yorke, they'll go here. And this came from obviously a talent. Oh, I've got to do this as well. Come on.
Perfume lover also. Yeah.
That was a talent, but that was worked on every day. Every day he was out there practicing his free kicks, practicing corner kicks, practicing set pieces from every single day. So for us, defenders, we stayed out, did that. So when you every day train against that kind of quality,
then you're prepared also for the.
Absolutely, it makes you so much better. But this guy, so this is what I mean with being a leader. So he wasn't the guy who would speak up, and of course he became England captain and all that later on in his life. But right from the beginning, he was showing a different way. And we had Gary Neville up there before. And the two of them together
on the same side of the pitch.
On the same side, because they were best friends as well. So what he didn't really have, so his sort of weaker points in football was supported by Gary's strength, and vice versa.
No.
And what they were very good at was to create space for each other. So Gary would make runs that would give him that half a yard to put the cross in. Fantastic player. And I don't think people understand how good a player he really was. I don't think they do. They see him as an icon. They see him as this world personality, fashion, as a football player, unbelievable.
In my personal opinion, one of the most underrated player, even though he was always up there, but this glamour besides him overtook.
Yes.
Yeah, you agree?
People see him.
Yes.
They see him as that, and it's a little bit unfair. I mean, he does love that.
Let's remove that then.
Yeah, he does love that.
Let's remove that. Yeah.
There's no.
For us, David Beckham is this.
No, fantastic player. Fantastic player. And then of course we've talked about this being a Man United player, how mentally strong you have to be. Now, he was one of them, very, very, very strong. But what he also did was he had a lifestyle which was so out of sync with what Sir Alex Ferguson wanted. He did not like people or players doing what he was doing, but he could never ever fault him for anything in training or in games. He delivered every time. So, and this again speaks to the management of Alex Ferguson. So he let it be, But if Gary Neville has done that, he would have stepped in and stopped it. Yeah. If Ryan Giggs had done that, he would have stepped in and stopped it. But he could manage that, and that one is so important there, and I don't know, it's not a mentality thing here, is it?
Yeah. Okay, so pick one for the end for you or for any other player, teammate that you had, always angry, party animal. Yeah. I guess you had. Jokester, who was the best jokester?
No, this is funny. See, you can get who this is. Right.
Oh.
A little bit of this. A little bit of that.
So you put a quiz for me?
Yeah.
All right. So, in Manchester United?
Yeah.
Best dressed.
Oh, but
my.
not best, but good dressed. Doesn't do that. Doesn't do that.
Okay, just one question. Was it early on in the 90s?
He's in the treble squad.
He's in the treble squad.
Yeah.
Party animal jokester treble. Oh my god.
I'll go.
Like this?
Oh, he's.
Oh, gotta get this one right.
What
Jokester?
Yeah. Someone
Okay.
like that.
So 100% professional, the leader, the loud one.
Yeah, no, I'll do that.
Braveheart. Oh my god. Okay, can you give me a second?
And don't forget what I talked about
Yes.
when I said the leader. So
Yes.
it's not necessarily somebody.
Yes. Who talks a lot, who is loud.
Not necessarily. Not. And I'll give you a little bit of help.
No, please, just give me 1 second more.
Okay.
No, give me a hint.
He would start every game if it was best 11. Every game.
Well, that's what I thought of, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with... But you did this, I mean, obviously I don't know them personally, but this is something that confuses me a little bit.
This is actually the one thing that would give him away.
Oh, really? Okay, then I'm gonna go with Dwight Yorke.
Dwight Yorke.
Come on! Come on!
Well done.
Yeah, no.
This is a strong word, but the thing about Dwight came that year, and the first time he walked through the dressing room, big smile, you know, and changed straight away. He just changed the dynamics in the dressing room. It became a happier place. There was a bit of a joke, but Dwight was single. And he was out every night in Manchester, but not out as in drinking, but he was out maybe till 9 o'clock or 10. He'd come in and he would talk about, and it would kind of be a little bit of a funny thing, but that 32 goals in his first season, when I say the loud one he wasn't sort of screaming or anything, but he'd come in and tell about the night before, and people would listen. He would do anything for the team, absolutely anything. And I mean, obviously, he dressed really well. Obviously, what a fantastic player! What an underrated player he was. But think about this: in his first season, the treble season, he scored 32 goals.
When we talked about Anna Shearer, but since we were doing so long interview, I decided to, but I kind of knew that this would come up. I gotta ask you for the end of this part, how good were they together? Andy Cole and Dwight Yorke.
So came in with that big smile, and I said he changed the dynamics. He changed the dressing room. He changed Andy Cole straight away. Andy Cole was a fantastic striker.
Also underrated.
Yes. But not really, because we paid a lot of money for him. So,
but in general, okay.
I think we appreciated him a lot. He was really, really good. But he changed him, and the Cole Yorke thing, the step over and all that. All of that was not rehearsed. It's not. It wasn't practiced. It was something that happened.
When Dwight
it just happened
through the legs, and
it just happened. And the two of them were like this. So he made Andy Cole a fantastic player, on top of what he already was. And Andy made him an even better player than what he was. And the thing about Dwight was he was like, we tried to sign Patrick Kluivert, because it's all about Europe, right? And, he came in very late in the transfer window. He's the reason that we could do what we did. Not that he did it on his own, but he was kind of like the final piece in that jigsaw, the European jigsaw. And you know, it was just a fantastic. But just to score 32 goals, you know, and important goals as well.
If we start counting right now, it would take us a while to just count to the number 32.
But it shows you know football that you get it from that. These are a little bit because party animal. Yeah, he liked to go on with and it was great entertainment to hear what he'd been up to the next day. So, but very professional.
Yeah,
very professional. And again, the same as with him. The manager didn't like that. He didn't like that players had that kind of lifestyle, but because he gave everything in training and he gave everything that he asked for in games.
But I suppose there are some players that if you take this part away from him, you won't get this part.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And he was not a drinker. He didn't drink. So he didn't smoke. He was just there. It was like other players would be watching TV. He was just out with friends.
But that's what we need. That's what he needed to, be the best he can be on the pitch.
Yeah.
Thank you for this also.
All right, thanks. Well done for that.
Thank you. So we come to the last part of the interview, and this is the section that we call Who's Next? And this is the part where we're gonna ask you politely to nominate somebody that you know, whether it's your teammate, opponent, maybe from your own family, that you're gonna nominate who you think it's the perfect fit for us to have fun with us. Did you have fun?
Here?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I've got the world to choose from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Yeah. No, I think with the history that this person has with Croatia as well, the games he's played against them, I think my son would fit this chair very well. You know.
So, well, you will connect us with him, huh?
Of course.
Okay. We can count on that.
Count on that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, because I would really like to talk to him because amazing career. Amazing connection with his father. I mean, it's a pretty story altogether. Yeah. Thank you for your time.
No,
thank you for coming, Croatia. Enjoy the Sunset Festival.
I will, absolutely. I've been here before, so I know what it's like. So yeah, fantastic.
Good luck in everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.